obviously, yeah, just couldn't be more proud of our team for having the courage to go out there and do that in the second half. It's a weird game. I felt like we were able to move the ball. We just couldn't get points on the board for a number of reasons. I mean, Kansas State's pretty good. Their defense is pretty good. Well coached. They're hard to beat. Much like last week, finding a way to win is the most important thing. You got to be able to do some things right in all three phases in order for that to happen. Challenge the guys at halftime. It felt like we were down a lot more than we were, but just reminded them that we're only down 13. It's going to take a team effort to go out there and figure out a way to win by one. And went out there in the second half, and we did enough in all three phases to be able to win by one. So it's a heck of a feeling. Proud of the guys. This team knows how to play together. Probably the thing that I figured out more than anything in the last 2 weeks is it's a group that likes each other, plays hard for each other, and knows how to play together. And that'll win you a lot of games. So everybody's happy about the 4-0 start, but we got a lot of work to do. It's a long season, and we'll try to figure some things out next week. Questions?
Defensively, what was the difference the second half for you guys? Because obviously, they were moving first half, second half.
Us played harder. We just played harder. The crowd got into it, juiced us up, got some momentum. Just played harder. Got to the ball. Just looked to me like, and I'm sure Gibby have some more answers than I will. But just looked to me like just guys that were playing harder, got there quicker, and made some plays. I don't know how many field goals they took up, but did a good job of holding them down.
You do some things to help your tackles, pass protection. Looked like they were getting pressure with 4-man and dropping 7 back.
Yeah. They can get up the field. It seems like every week we're facing guys that can get to the quarterback. 75 is a great player. Been playing at Kansas State for a long time. He came off the edge in person probably better than what I witnessed on video. So we were struggling a little bit. I'd say I probably got a little impatient in the second quarter, and probably got away from the run a little bit too much. Called just pure drop back passes probably a little bit too much, and they struggled with that. So our game plan is to be able to keep them off balance, do things in the run game, play action, do some motion and movements to be able to help those guys out. We got back to that in the second half.
Talk about the winning touchdown where Skyler kept the ball and the play alive.
Yeah, made a play. I don't think he did a very good job of that throughout the course of the game. He's capable of more than what I saw of him. He was a little bit too worried about what was going on in front of him, and was in a bad place in the second quarter. Settled down, but I thought he missed some throws. Probably can chalk it up just trying too hard. He wanted to win this one pretty bad. But yeah, he does a good job of keeping the play alive, and he did. He kept that one alive. Kept his eyes downfield. Javon got in the back corner of the end zone. It's something we practice a lot. Unfortunately, we haven't executed that as well consistently, but that was a pretty opportune time to do it.
Is this a battle to keep your team mentally in this game to not get into the, wow, why can't we get over the top against the
yeah. There's some moments on the sidelines. Kansas State's a good football team. And they're better than they were last year, clearly. They're going to win a bunch of games, but it was. Things were hard. Things are going to be hard. Football's hard. You just got to keep plugging away. I was proud of our team for being able to do that.
Durant finally had a big game this week. Has he been, in the zone all week, or was it just in the right place?
I don't know what being in the zone means. What do you have? He caught 5 balls, 72 yards. Thought he played well, 35 yards. What is it? 7 for 67. Yeah, he's been a starting receiver for us for going on 2 years now. So he's settling in at that inside spot. That's going to take time. But I'd look for him to continue to get better.
Noticed after the Shell fumble, Crawford on the sideline was kind of trying to get guys fired up. Is he kind of emerging as a leader for you?
Has been since the day he got here. He just got that about him. And him and Russ feed off each other. You know, Russ, after we scored, I mean, he came up to me and he said he owed me one. I was like, well, we may need one here yet today. But him both Russ and Crawford are guys that we lean on. They're inspirational guys. They're strong. Their presence is big. Russ will bounce back from this. He's been through it for quite a while. Old guy.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about what it means to get that first one against this team? First one since
They're
Big 12.
all important. I haven't obsessed over that. I know you guys have. Shane probably has, but we didn't talk about it. You know, the only thing we talked about was this was the last time this was the last team that beat us. We've done a good job of winning some close games here recently. We let that one last year get away. That was enough motivation. That's all I said to them. They were ready to play. It's the first conference game, Big 12 opener. It's the next one. Plus they beat us last year, so we were pretty motivated.
Coach,
I was hoping we wouldn't be tight. It looked to me like we were probably a little bit tight there in the beginning.
With some of the red zone problems.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
You ever had a receiver catch a pass while getting his helmet ripped off? And what
They
does that
usually
really
throw
mean?
flags for that. Sheldon's, he can get behind people. I thought Skyler missed him a couple of times. He would have had another 200-yard day. But I'm proud of him.
You Josh Lambert early, and didn't see him late. What went into that?
It's called competition. If something doesn't look good, you put somebody else in there. He needs to get back in the swing of things. He didn't look like he had that pop that he had last year. He was thinking too much. He was too slow. He took a delay a game, and then he looked like crap kicking the ball. He's got to get better.
David, I know things change between seasons and all that, but you won 9 of 10. It was a pretty good role. Do you see anything from, I guess, 4 out of 5 last year, 4 out of this year? Probably not personnel, but I mean, days like this, or just a general attitude or anything that might explain that?
Oh, yeah, something to do with that schedule we played in October last year. I thought we were pretty good last year. Things didn't go our way. It started obviously with Carl going down, and then that tough schedule. Prior to the guys, the way they hung in there, they believed in each other. The coaches did a great job, carried over into the off season, and playing like that right now. The guys like each other, and they're happy to be here, and that wins you a lot of football games.
On the field goal, were you watching or were you already planning what you were going to do?
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of using the timeouts to save time. You know, I knew we'd get it back in about 2 minutes. I was surprised they threw the ball. But that gave us 2 minutes as opposed to about a minute and a half. But yeah, we were coming up with some things. I didn't see it. When you're out there with 60,000 people our crowd was excellent, great, fantastic. Asked them to be rowdy, they were. Probably the difference in the game in the second half. I knew they'd let me know real quick. I told the guys, I said, whatever they do, we got to go do that. So it was our thought process. If they would have made that kick, then we would have had to go down and do the same thing.
I know you've got to put this in it's another win, and now you've got to put it behind us. But does winning like this kind of give you a bounce, you guys, for this coming week?
Yeah, we'll see at the end of the year, right? We got another off week here this week, bye week this week. You know, probably wish we could keep playing. Enjoy this one. Probably let the kids get away for a little bit next weekend, go recruiting again, and then it's going to be 8 straight after that. It's a long season. So we're in a good place right now. You know, recruiting's going good. We had some guys here that are pretty fired up about being here right now. So we'll probably use this momentum with recruiting. Continue to get our work done, heal up, and then get ready for this 8-week stretch.
Yeah, some of the 4th down and stuff in the first half, you aggressive, was it you points to be a ringing, was it a kick thing?
Yeah, if you notice the 30-yard line right in there, 30 to 40, that's go for it time. We did it last week. we were 1 for 2 last week on it. I don't know what, I'd study it and go over it, but, and then when we're down 16-3, I need points for it. So early, it was just where we were on the field. Later, it was, we gotta take chances in order to win this game.
And is there any rhyme or rhythm to your place kicking? I mean, as how you're using them and the likes of.
Whoever looks good, we're gonna go with. I didn't like what I saw out of Josh. Josh has got to improve. He knows that. You know, he's a little rusty. He's won his games. He's been a great kicker. He just, you know, guys got to get better. I don't care if you're a kicker, a quarterback, an O-lineman, right tackle, safety, whatever it is, get better or get replaced. But
Okay.
I'm glad there's competition with that now. Use that to our advantage.